Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to this Wednesday morning. And we're going to be starting in a few. You guys will see that I have my store up. I'm doing a little bit of a different kinds of a review. Let me know how you guys like this version. I'll still come back and share with you guys the chipboards and stuff like that. But I'm running low on time because, like I mentioned before, they are going to be coming to my home and doing a whole bunch of repairs and stuff like that. They needed to be done. And so I'm not really quite sure what's what, and I didn't want to cut out all those things over again and then just kind of have them there. So good morning, Ada. So I'm just going to show you guys briefly through through the site what it is that I have. Let me see, there we go. And I've put up all of I've already put up a good portion of the designs. I didn't get to put them all up yet, but I did put up a good portion of the designs. I think what I might do is come back towards the end of June maybe and add more, or I'll just add them towards, in June. We're already in July. I mean in August. I might add them and accumulate them, so we might have a rather larger, because I did put up a lot of products here today. So I can't see your questions right now, so just give me a second while I kind of scroll down and kind of explain how I did this. So what I did is that for the tags, you're going to see that you have varying prices because I thought it would be cool to kind of allow you to choose your size. So that's kind of what I did. So let's go here to Enchanted, and I'll show you what I mean. And so here for the Enchanted tag, as you guys know, I put up the image of what it is. If you want to see the chipboards for what they are, you can come to my channel and check them out. So you just drop down the menu, and I put down 3 sizes. I put a 7x10, I put a 5x5 by 7.5, and I put a 3x8 by 5. Okay, so that's gonna be the option for all of these shaped tags for the most part. If for some reason all 3 options are not there, like the small size might not be there, is because I couldn't do the smallest size, for that particular design. So that's basically how that's gonna go. Let me see if I can open up my thing here so that I can actually read what you guys are saying while I'm here trying to show you. So give me 1 second. Here I go. Let me put my volume down so that I'm not like blowing my ears out. Okay, awesome. All right, so that's basically what I did with them. This one right here, the Scorpion Coffin tag, I did not add 3 sizes to this. I think I only added 2. No, I only added the 1 size, which is a 7x10. Okay, just because of the arms and things like that, I don't necessarily know, but I am gonna try it. I haven't tried to cut that one out in a smaller size, which is why I didn't want to put it in there. But if I get to cut it out and I can put it in a smaller size, then I will. So that's that. I've gone ahead and added the other tags as well, the other shaped tags. And the butterflies are by choice. So basically what I mean by that is that I put a drop down menu and I've got several options here. Okay, I've got several options here, and you can see in the description where it says basically what you're gonna get is 1 large 5x7 butterfly. You're gonna get 2 mediums 4x5 butterflies and 2 small 2x5 by 3x5, and that's for each individual design. Now if you're looking for, let's say, the mixed butterflies, then what you're going to get is 2 of each design. Okay, and these are the options that you have. You have A through F, and then you have the mix. So basically the mix is going to be all of those A through F, which is 6 designs. And this is the size comparison for when for each one. So you're going to get a really large one like that, and then you're going to get one this medium, and then you're going to get one this small. So I just wanted to basically share that with you guys real quick. Let me bring that back. So that's basically how that's put in there. I've gone ahead and added the braided pendulum heart. That's what I ended up calling it. Then I have the chain link 4-pack right there, and these are long. These are like 10.5 inches long. I call this one the elevated heart. And this is more like a steampunk type of design, if you will. I did go ahead and add the tree of wisdom and knowledge, which is a chipboard. I'm going to show you that today. And then this is my newest design for the tags. And I'm going to be making a whole bunch of these. These are going to be part of the shaped tags. And this is the heart chakra tag, and it has a window. And I know that you're going to say, well, that doesn't necessarily look like a heart. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to. Basically, you know, you can see it however you want to see it. It can look like a flower to you. It can look like a rose. It can look like many different things. It all depends on who's creating with it and what you're going to be creating with it. But you guys get the drift of more or less how it looks. And I thought this would be really cool. And the reason why I named it that is because of the way that the little peaks are on the side. It kind of reminded me of what the heart chakra symbol looks like, with all those little peaks. But I still wanted it to kind of have, you know, my style, so it's a little bit different. So it's basically my interpretation of the heart chakra. It's not supposed to actually look like the heart chakra symbol, okay? And let's see. Hopefully, and then everything else was already there. So basically, I've added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 items I've added. But you know, some of these are multiple, like the butterflies is multiple because there's 6 butterflies. So I didn't want to put each individual butterfly on its own, so that's why I did it like that. And I think that's what I'm gonna do moving forward for certain items that are like groups or that I make a whole bunch of different designs for. But I just wanted to share with you guys, you know, what I've done, what I've added to the store. So now we can get back to me, and let me close this out. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So you guys, this is what it is. And I cut out a larger version for myself for today's project. However, if you're interested in this large one, this is about almost 11 inches. Right? Yeah, it's about 11 inches by 10. So it's a pretty large scale tag, this one here. And you're going to get 2 pieces. You're going to get the base, which doesn't have the window cut out. So you can still use this if you want to use this as, you know, as a tag or however you would like to use it. You can still use it. It has this little punch out, which I didn't take it out. So you can still use it. And then here is the window tag, which I'm going to make I have a few more designs there that I'm going to be adding later on. Probably to the August release, I'm going to focus a little bit more on adding more of these different shapes as well. So you have the window tag. Your size when you get it is going to be, I have it already cut out if I can find it. Like I said, it's been kind of crazy. What did I do with it? I literally had it here, and I don't know where to put it. Any hoops. If I find it, I'll share it with you guys. But the size is there. It's about 7 by 10, so it's a pretty decent size. This one is 10 by 11, so I just made it a few inches, you know, larger. So that's what we're gonna be working on today. And I cut out an image. So basically, we have our tags. The sentiment that I'm going to use is listen to your heart, because this is the heart chakra. I'm going to use my all cracked up stencil you can find on my shop. And then this is the tree. I think it came out so super cute. I love it. And I do have some other trees that I designed, but I didn't want to put them all out at once. And again, I was kind of running crazy with the timing. So also, now that I have you here, Ada, your order's shipping out, okay? I already have it finished and ready. So I have that ready to go. I'm probably gonna put it in the mail today. So I'll send you the tracking once I get it done. Dorinda's order is also ready to go, and I have a few other orders that are also ready to go. So those are all gonna be shipping out today, God willing. All right. So this is the tree. I think it came out super, super cute. Let me just put it up against this so that you guys can see. So it's a really nice size. It's about 7 inches and a quarter, give or take, and then width-wise is about 5 inches, give or take. Oh, you're very welcome. And I can already see that there's a delay here. Let me go back over here. Thank you, thank you. So I have a few other designs, like I said, that are nature related, but I didn't really get a chance to add all of them. I literally I went crazy for the month of June designing and creating. And at the end, I couldn't put them all in there. Good morning, Sue. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So I do have a lot more other things that are coming out, so definitely make sure that you check it out. I left the link to the store in the description area down below. All you gotta do is open up that description box and you will find the link there. It's already set up for to give you the latest designs that have been added to the store, so you can go ahead and check that out. Now, when I do send you this, let me just go into the heart chakra tag real quick. And again, it's a heart chakra to me. It could be a rose to you. It can be a flower. It can be a carnation. It can be what you call this little flower thing on my back? A lotus flower, because it kind of looks like a lotus flower to me. This is a teeny tiny little lotus flower that I have here. So it kind of looks like a lotus flower. Like there's different things that you can kind of see it. I think every individual, you know, is gonna see a different thing. For the most part, some of you guys might see the same exact thing, but some of you guys might see something different. So I just wanted to let you know that for this one, I'm gonna take all the pieces out for the top one. For the second one, I'm gonna try my best to leave them all in. And even if they come loose, I'm still gonna send them to you. And if you want to make sure that this is like that doesn't pop out, all you have to do is decoupage the back, or decoupage it with some paper maybe, and then, you know, just kind of cut around it. That might be what we end up doing today, because I did lose a piece. I lost a piece, and that's why I ended up having to pop the rest of them out. Because yeah, it's been kind of crazy. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna I think I'm gonna glue this to the back of this so that I have like these words kind of sticking out of the sides. I think that's kind of what I want to do. And I might do half and half so that I have and I don't care which orientation the words are going in, because it's just all for character, basically. Thank you, Ada. Yes, love. Yes, love. At least we all try to be, right? And so I just wanted to say that real quick for that. And then we're going to get basically started on this whole process for today. So this is going to be the base. So I think what I'm going to start doing just off the gate is gluing down my base to this. Oh, let me show you the image that we're going to be using today. As you guys know, I have a book that I purchased a while ago from a D-Stash, and this is a Floral Natures book. This is not the one. This is not the one. This one. It's this one. I'm like, wait, that's not the fairies. It's this one right here. And these are royalty-free designs. I think I got these from Yusu. Didn't I get this from Yusu? I believe I did, if I'm not mistaken. What a coinky dink this morning, huh? So I got these amazing books, and I mean, I love them. They're awesome. They got all kinds of designs. You could also find these on eBay, because I did search and found. I think I got this particular one on eBay, if I'm not mistaken, the fairy one. But I did get the other ones, like this one, and I think I got a vintage travel one, and I think I got one more, if I'm not mistaken. The vintage travel one, Sasson has it because, you know, that's his thing. Sasson's Vintage World. He loves doing all those kinds of things. But this is like super cool, and these are copyright-free images. That means you can't get in trouble for reproducing them, working with them, doing anything with them. And some of the books do come plain, like blank on one side, so that you can feel free to cut them out. You can find them with the CD and without the CD. Mine came without the CD, I think all except for one. Even the one that I bought, the fairy one, I think doesn't. No, the fairy one has a CD. I have the CD for this one. So I can basically reproduce these pictures as many times as I want. So this is the one that I copied. I copied it out of the book. And this is this one right here. And I can find her real quick before I commence. And I was kind of debating. There's some really beautiful pictures in here. Like really pretty fairy pictures in here. I'm trying to find the one that I'm going to be using. Oh, here it is. Here she goes. It's that one right there. She's super vibrant in here, and I wanted to use this. Unfortunately, it didn't come out as vibrant in my print, but it still came out pretty good. And I'm going to be altering this anyway, so I didn't really mind it too much because I was going to be adding more to that regardless. And so, oh, you haven't been crafting in months? Wow. Yes, yes. I know they're super cool. They're super, super cool. And like I said, they're copyright-free images. So you don't, you know, you can reproduce them, you can do whatever you want with them, and you won't get yourself in trouble. So let's go ahead and start working on this part of it. Like I said, I do want to glue this down to this. So what I'm going to do is basically go ahead and, this is modeling paste, gel medium. We want to go ahead and grab ourselves a brush. And let me get a cheapy choppy brush because I don't want to mess with this glue and put my good brushes in there. So let me just grab this. And basically what we're going to do is just kind of glue this whole thing down. And you can use any kind of glue that you want. That's just the glue that I have available. And I'm going to work on half of this for now. And let this kind of dry. And we're going to, they're going to be layered. So I don't need to worry too much on this part here as far as painting it or doing anything. We're going to do that mostly to the top layer. And I'm just going to go ahead and decoupage this back real quick. And just make sure that we are good to go. And I'm really excited about these tags, really, really, really excited. Because the possibilities for all the things that we can do is just like, what? Yes, definitely, definitely, definitely. And my chipboard designs might just be the ticket for you, Sue. They might just be the ticket. So we're going to go ahead and decoupage that in there. I am going to be doing some gessoing over these areas here, just so that, you know, it is paper. I don't want it to fall apart on me. But I'm just going to stick that down like that for now. And I'm going to grab this blade here. And for the time being, I am just going to not use this blade. I am going to use my other blade, which is a little bit sharper. So we're just going to do that. Oh, not there, not there. Over here. Just kind of get that piece out of there. I accidentally cut over my chipboard. So we're just going to kind of do that. Because I don't want those white bits. I want it to have all fonts. I want it to be text writing on all of those little bits and pieces. So we're just going to kind of cut that out real quick. Come on. And I didn't have any coffee this morning because they finished my sugar. They made Kool-Aid and they finished my sugar and I had it stashed. You ever do that when you like have a little bit of something and you just put it somewhere, especially when you have kids? I stashed the sugar and I go this morning to go make myself some coffee. I got my water going. I'm like, yeah, let me go get my sugar. Let me get myself ready mentally for this morning. I go, no sugar. They didn't even leave the evidence of the bag, you guys. I know I needed to get me some coffee, but I didn't have time. I didn't have time. I have to get like 5 bags of sugar today and just like stash 4 and just keep 1 out. All right, so let's go ahead and do this now. Before I do this, I'm gonna go ahead. Well, yeah, I can actually. Okay, I'll do that like that. This part of it won't take too long. Yeah, I think, but let's see. Let's see how we do it. Hopefully, it don't take too long. Let me just kind of move that in there. I have my daughter Angie here with me this morning, and she's gonna be helping me out with questions once I start really creating and getting focused. If you guys have any questions or anything that you would like for me to know or hear, make sure you put it in caps so that she replies. Well, so she, you know, lets me know, and I'll reply the best I can. I know I so totally need it. I totally need my cafe this morning. Oh man. And I'm not one of those people that can drink coffee all day long. In case you didn't know that about me, I can't drink coffee all day long. I would lose my mind. The jitters would have me shaking right out the door. So I can't. I can only drink coffee once, and it's decaf, and it fills me with so much caffeine that it literally lasts me for a good part of my day with just like 1 cup. And no, I don't put like a whole bunch just to kind of make it stronger. That's just my reaction to coffee. Okay. So now that we've kind of got that going for us, I'm going to put this to the side and kind of let this dry, which doesn't take long to dry at the end of the day. But I'm going to start working and stenciling my top layer. On my top layer, I wanted it to have like that cracked kind of stained glass kind of look, like we kind of achieved the last time by putting the crackle, my all cracked up stencil, you know, inside of the other tag. This is the other tag right here. So this is the enchanted tag, and you can turn this into a window, you can turn it into a mirror, you can basically do whatever you want. You can create any kind of scene in it. It just kind of reminds me of like, you know, castle type of situation. So this is my enchanted shaped tag. And I did share during the live stream of that one the other tags as well, and we have quite a few designs as you guys saw there. So this is a house, you can turn it into like a birdhouse. We have my octofish, which looks like an octopus and also looks like a fish when you turn it on its side. We have my scorpion coffin tag, which is a pretty large tag, great for like Halloween projects and stuff like that. And yeah, so these are just some of the tags that I had. Thank God I found these. Let me put this one over there. Let me put this over here too, so I have room. And now we're gonna work with this one here. Let me just pop the little bits out, and the little bits pop out really nicely for the most part. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I do not necessarily need that. I do and will need this though. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a little spatula action going. Let me put this picture over there so it doesn't get messed up. And basically, so I don't have to keep cleaning my, let's put this here so that we can go ahead and, yes. Oh girl, trust when I tell you that I'm making a whole bunch, because I'm gonna be honest with you, and now that you say that, I'm gonna be honest with you. This tag was supposed to be like a hybrid of a flower and a butterfly. That's why the bottoms look like the bottoms look. But then when it was all done, I was like, it still looks like a flower. So, like, you know, it looks like leaves in the bottom. So I was just like, I have to do a little bit better job in my interpretation. But that's kind of what I'm doing. Like I'm kind of mixing, creating like hybrids of different things and putting them together to create one. And so we're gonna go ahead and start kind of stenciling this baby out, and then we'll do any gesso. We have to do gesso, or I'll just probably paint it with some chalky paints, because I don't think I'm gonna do too much heavy work here. But then again, we never know. You guys know I never 100% stick to any one design. My designs tend to fluctuate. My projects tend to fluctuate. So we're just gonna do that and kind of stencil this out. And I really love the fact that this has like that area there, because I can put my sentiment right on top of that space right there. And I think that these will make like great shakers. So if you like to make like shaker cards or like shaker projects, I think that you can make really nice shakers out of this as well. Or just like journaling tags where you want to add like, you know, a picture, or like an album even that you want to add like pictures. You can use my tags and my window tags, add your picture in there, and then create a pocket in your album to add your shaped tags. I think that will look so cool and interesting. So there really is a lot of different ways that you can go ahead and kind of use this. It's all about your imagination. But yes, it's kind of like going down the rabbit hole once you start designing, because like I always say, I start with one design and thinking about one thing, and before I know it, like my mind has literally, you know, created like a whole bunch of other ones, and I'm like trying, like racing to catch up so that I don't forget them. but some things are easier said than done. I don't want this to stick down to the paper, so let me just pick that up real quick. Collect all this yumminess. Okay, and so onto this, and just kind of stencil all this. Angie was saying that she wanted to do a tag with me, so I'll schedule that with her for one of these days coming up, and she wants to try her hand at some projects with me, so that'll be super cool. And I'm really excited about that, so hopefully we can get that done soon. Yes, and like and that's kind of the reason why I gave you like different sizes. I think for the most part the prices stay the same unless you know, it's like really crazy for me, or it becomes really hectic for me to like clean up the designs, because I do clean up everything. I don't just cut and you know, package and ship. I take my time with each and every single chipboard that I cut out, with each and every single stencil that I cut out. I make sure that if I'm sending you a stencil and you want the little bits, that you can pop all the little bits out really easily, so that you're not struggling with that. I make sure that the chipboards are cleaned and glued, so you know, any little frail corners or tips or anything like that, I take the time to glue all of those little bits and pieces together. That's why my process to get the chipboards ready for you guys is a little bit longer, because I don't want to just cut and ship just for the sake of, you know, selling them. I want you guys to have something that's ready to use for the most part, and then you guys can just feel comfortable, you know, getting yourself together, and you don't have to worry about, you know, fixing this or fixing that. So I do take all of that, and I do try to get all of that done for you guys prior to shipping. If you don't want the little bits, you know, I know some people don't care for the little bits because they don't gonna do anything with them. You could just let me know and I won't include them for the most part. But for the stencils, for the most part, I do try to include the bits. If not all of them, at least most of them, because you guys know some of them are very small and they do get lost. They pop off and they fly and they catch flight and you don't know where they land. So that does happen to me sometimes as well. Like that happened to me quite often with the bubble stencil, with my foaming bubble stencil. Oh my God, those little teeny tiny little dots. So when you get your stencils, you're gonna get a lot of the dots, but you're not gonna get all of them because some of them I couldn't find. I couldn't find them. Okay, I couldn't find all of the little dots to include them in. So just be aware of that. But I do try to send you guys all the little bits, because I know for some of us that like to do like mixed media and stuff like that, masking some areas sometimes is something that we need to do. And I wanted to give you guys a complete stencil so that you have the ability to mask those areas if you wanted to, or even change up the design by filling in some of the spaces. You can make the tag or the stencil look completely different. Now for the tags, it is a little bit difficult for me sometimes to include those little bits. So I do try to take those little bits out, because those are a little bit more tedious for you guys to clean up afterwards, you know, on your end. So I try to send you those chipboards ready to go. One more area here. And I think this is going to look so freaking cool once it's all done. I'm super excited. I'm super excited about it, honestly. And it gives me a different surface to work on, as opposed to always working in a book or always working on a canvas. Although I do have my chipboard journal. I do have to work on page 3. So hopefully I'll have time to do that. And I will just probably premiere that video when I do get it done, because I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to actually work on an art journal page this week, you know, on a live stream. They already came to my house and they already started, you know, figuring out what they're going to do. So it's just a matter of them telling me, hey, we're coming this day. So I'm getting everything ready on my end, making sure that they have room to work. And it's just a lot of work to get done in a short amount of time. But I need them to do this. No more excuses for them. So I need them to do this. So I gotta get all of this stuff done. Okay. All right, so I think that's rather full. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Let me just collect my yum yum over here, a little whatever glue I can get off of this paper. Let's put that there. Let me put my stencil over here. And let's get rid of this. Thank you. Yes, the chipboards are really good quality, you guys. I made sure that the chipboard that I created my chipboard designs on are very good quality. I believe that these are acid free as well, so if you put your photos or anything like that, it's not gonna damage your photos, you know, in years to come. So it's acid free chipboard, which is very important for us that create art on them because we don't want our art to get messed up after we put so much work into it. So as long as I'm able to get this chipboard, then you guys will continue to have this quality. Hopefully, I won't. I'll be able to continue to provide that for you. So I'm gonna start drawing this out with my little sentiment because that's what we're gonna be working on today. Listening to your heart. So we're gonna dry this out. And again, this is the part that I dislike the most, is the part where we're drying out the pieces, but unfortunately it is a necessary step. You do have to make sure that your pieces are already, you know, thoroughly dry. But doesn't that look cool already? I like it. I think it looks really cool already. And I've pulled out some colors, and we have some greens, some blues, and some reds. Um, and then I have my chocolate finish paint, which is like a beige kind of. And we'll add some sprays, we'll add some stuff. So we're gonna go totally mixed media on this tag. We're gonna go totally mixed media on this tag. And this paste is supposed to get clear when dry. Angela, you wanna help me? Stay here on this side, drying this out. I'm gonna put it here for you. While I go cutting out the other stuff to just move it around, move it around. So I have my assistant here. Yay for my assistant. Thumbs up for Angie. And I think to this image, I'm gonna cut her out actually. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go ahead and cut her out. And this image is called Sophie Anderson, Take the Fair Face of Women. And it was created in 1869. And I'm gonna go ahead and see how I can do this. Kind of cut her out. She's kind of like a fairy angel or something like that. And we're just gonna cut her out briefly, or quickly, I should say, not briefly. We're just gonna cut her out of her little enclosure. And then this is the base of the window, so we're gonna put her kind of like in there. But at least we get to create our own background and bring a little bit more light colors to this. It's a little bit muted. And I think I'm gonna do a little bit more coloring to this. Not sure yet. I'm kind of debating. Depends on how it looks once I put it all together. Because she might just be exactly how I need her to be. And I'm just overthinking it right now. So we'll see. I'm not one to fuzzy cut, you guys. It's not one of my strong suits. It's definitely not something I like to do. I just want to do something like that, I think, right? Good one. Almost there. So I'm thinking we're gonna create something like that. And I'm trying to see how far out I kind of want her to be. So something like that, maybe. Let me see. If I have a pretty pattern paper here, maybe that'll look well with that. And see what we do with it. This is a Nature Garden collection by Prima. So let's see if we have anything here that kind of looks. I want to brighten her up, so I think this might do the ticket for me. Right? Yeah, I think that'll do the ticket for me, that one right there. So what I'm going to do is, again, glue this down. Having an assistant definitely makes life easier. So thank you, Angie. Thank you, Angie. So as I mentioned before, everything was gonna be available for July the 1st. So yay, I got it done, which is awesome. So let me just go ahead and put this flower there. Oh, let's go ahead and cut this excess off. I think you're good, baby. You can shut that off. Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. Like one little bit up. Okay, so we have that. Then we have our image, which I think that is gonna look really, really cool inside of that. Right? Yeah, yeah. I like it. I think it's gonna look really, really cool. Okay, let me clean my hands a little bit before I keep going. I'm gonna wipe. I'm doing it that way. I think that that image looks really nice, and I like how vibrant it looks now compared to how it looked with all of its dark background. So that's a good tip for you guys. Sometimes, just just pull the image that you're interested in, and then place that image against the lighter background, and then that should hopefully make all the the item look a little bit more highlighted. It should bring more of the color out. I'm just cleaning my hands here. I got glue and paste all over the place. All right. So this is what we have. Let me go ahead and grab some ink so I can just stress that a little bit. That was my box. That was my box. It's very tight where it is. What is this I have under here? A magazine? It literally was a magazine. Alright, so let's grab some distress. And what colors do I want to do this? Let's go for maybe a blue. My blue's not even in here. My blue's already out. Yeah. So I'm gonna use some broken china, right? Broken china. And I'm gonna grab myself one of my little brushes here. Have little glue boogers hanging up over my fingers all over the place. Let's see. And let's go ahead and distress this part of it. Oh, you're having a Wi-Fi problem? Okay. It's probably the weather. Is it gonna rain today? No?
No.
I think today was gonna rain all week.
Oh wait, let me check.
She's in Florida.
Well, it changed.
She's in Florida, so in Florida it rains a lot.
Yeah, it's in today.
So I'm just gonna distress that a little bit around the edges with this broken china. Just kind of bring that blue in there. I didn't put any of the blue over the white flower because I want that flower to be, you know, I want it to stand out. Okay, so I like that. With her, what am I going to do with her? Should I distress her blue as well? Yeah, I might as well. I'm not going to distress over the image. I'm just going to do the sides, like the edges. I don't want her face to end up blue. So I'm just going to do a little bit of the edges just so that they don't look so white. And I folded this part over because I'm going to fold that over that. Okay. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and grab ourselves some stamping. Just a little bit of stamping because it's got nice, well, I don't even think we need to do any stamping actually. No, we don't need to do any stamping. This is ready to go. Awesome sauce. So I think that looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and glue this baby down. Where's my spatula? Let's go ahead and add that in. You're back, yay! So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And here you kind of have it. If I would have had some clear gesso, I would have cleared gesso over this so that I can go into it with some other mediums. So what I might do is decoupage it afterwards so that I can add a little bit of shadowing around the edges and kind of blend a little bit of shadowing out to really make her look more 3D. So for now, that is what we have. And our tag is basically ready. So I'm going to put her to the side. Look how cute. It already looks nice. I'm already loving it. Okay, then we have our tag here, which, as I mentioned before, I'm going to paint. So I'm going to give it a coat or two of chalky finish paint. I use this as a substitute for gesso, and my gesso I got to make more. This is dry. It's dry. I left it open. That's what happened. I left it open. Dang it. I left it open. Let's see. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Hopefully that's enough. But now we can always add more. So I'm just going to give it a quick base coat. And we're going to paint this all. But I definitely recommend gessoing this. Gessoing it is always better than just giving it a coat of chalky paint. But chalky paint does work for the most part. But it's not as resilient as gesso. So I'll give that a quick little paint. And I'm making sure that I get into those edges and those grooves because everything should be protected, especially when you're working with chipboard, because wherever water seeps in is going to create separation. So you want to make sure that you seal all those edges out, especially if you're going to be adding, like I said, wet mediums and stuff like that. I try to always remind myself to put that as a little notice in each of the products, each of the chipboard products, just in case. I try to put that in as a little reminder, like, don't forget to prime me. So we're just gonna do this. And like I haven't this little mat, I haven't worked on this mat for like 2 years because I couldn't find it. That goes to show you how much I've been doing over here. And I literally found it. I was like, oh shoot, there you are. It still has paint on it from a project that I did God knows when. All right, so this dries really fast. So let's go ahead and dry real quick and see if I need another coat. Hopefully I do not, but if I do, and with all the other colors and stuff I'm going to add to it, maybe I don't, but I'm going to give it another coat anyways just to protect it because I'm not sure how much stuff I'm going to add on here at the end of the day. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it another coat just to be on the safe side. And again, I'm making sure that I catch all those inner and outer edges with my paint. If you're doing it with gesso, then gesso those inner and outer edges. That'll just give your chipboard more longevity. And when you're adding your mediums, you'll have less problems. Do not add water directly onto a chipboard because it's paper. It will disintegrate and fall apart. It will do that. So now I'll just go ahead and paint that up. This part is the fast part. I've brought out some trims and some little goodies that we're going to embellish this with. Some trims and goodies. I think they're from Mon Ami Gabi. Some things that I had there in my stash. And some other little gems that we're going to be adding in here. I've got a few little metal charms and stuff that I want to add. So I pulled out the whole little container to see what we can add on here. And I think this will be look so cool because you can like hang stuff here from the bottom. Like once you have your pieces together, it'll be strong enough that you can hang stuff, like clip things here in the bottom, like in the little hooks, and you can do all kinds of fun stuff. So let's dry this again. And then we're gonna go on to the next part. And you can tell that this paint is dry because it is no longer glossy. Once you lose that gloss, you know that it's dry. All right, so, the piece de la resistance. What is my other piece? Here it is. All right, so now that we've done that part, let's go ahead and finish working on this part here. I think this is gonna look so cute. Right? Right? I think this is gonna look so cute. So let's go ahead and put this here. Let me put my baby over here. And let's work on this baby over here. So I'll try to do this faster. I literally could have had my assistant doing this, but it's okay. So we're just gonna do that and kind of take off all this excess here. Careful not to go onto the chipboard like I am. Or maybe you might want to collage it in pieces so you don't have to go all through all this extra part. Then you don't have to add the paper in order to secure the back. You can just seal it with glue and just make sure that it dries out thoroughly. Allow it to dry thoroughly before you use it, and maybe apply a second coat after you apply that first one. And then you'll have your little bits and pieces nicely. I could have cut it with less pressure and made it so that you cannot remove it, but not everybody's going to use them the same way. So I wanted to make sure that I give you that option, that if you wanted to use the base as an actual tag, that you are able to remove those little bits if that's something that you wanted to do. So that's the reason why you can pop them out. So I'm just kind of going around this because I just need to clear the outside shape of it. I'm not going to do nothing to the inside. To the inside, I'm just going to adjust to it real quick. Kind of adjust to it, if you will. We're just going to do that. Come on, come on, come on. Give it to me. And if you want to add dimension between the layers so that it looks more like, like it's more recessed out, and you want to have the window out and just have the thing to the back, then you can add things behind it. Like you can add foam tape or something, along some areas so that it looks raised. Then you can put your picture in the background and then have the window, in front of it. So you have a little bit of space there. I don't know what happened to the first tag. The first tag, you mean the top part of this one or the enchanted tag? The next one of these tags that I'm going to do is going to be the octofish. I am like, oh my goodness, anxious to work with that tag and see, now that I've created it, what am I going to do with it? And see how it all comes out. Let me grab my scissors now and round out these little corners here. Oh, Angelina, you put on my bracelets and stuff? You're here having a whole fashion show. All right. Okay. I might have to glue some of the stuff here in the back, do I? Some little loose in some places. But yes, here we go. All right, all right, all right. So let's go ahead. We don't need, like I said, we don't necessarily need to paint all these edges because the other layer is gonna go on top. But I do want to kind of make sure that this paper is not gonna fall apart on me. So I'm trying to figure out what am I gonna do with that. And I'm thinking maybe what am I thinking? I think what I'm gonna do, I don't know. Isn't that awesome? You think you know what you're gonna do, but you don't know what you're gonna do. What am I gonna do with you? I'm thinking, because there's so many different ways that you can go about it, actually. So I'm trying to figure out which is gonna be the best way for me. So do I want to do I want to Mod Podge it maybe? Maybe I do. Maybe that's what I will do is Mod Podge it. Yeah, I think I'll Mod Podge it. I'll Mod Podge that whole thing out. Where is my little spatula? Can you gesso the back? Yeah, you can. You can. I probably won't, but you can. You could gesso both sides, all of the sides. But what happened with me is that I ran out of gesso. I have to make some, and I didn't get a chance to do it yet. So what I'm working with is like chalky paint and stuff like that, which is good. But if I dilute it so that you can see through it because it's kind of opaque, then it kind of defeats the purpose. So I can't necessarily use it. So I'm gonna have to just whatchamacallit, do this.
It could be what it's called.
If they be here for a while, they get used to my lingo. They get used to it. So I'm just gonna do that, which in a way is kind of good because again, it also protects, gives it another layer of protection. And Mod Podge dries clear for the most part. I'm gonna allow it to be kind of thick in there, I think. So it kind of seals it in. What I might do is kind of add maybe some glitter in there, maybe while it's still wet, and allow that to kind of dry and see how that looks. So I'm kind of using it like a modeling paste because I'm filling it in as a, instead of getting that texture on the outside, I'm actually filling in all of the little cavities. There's something in there. I don't want to overwhelm it and over drench it with glue, but I do want it to have a nice coating for the most part. So I'm just kind of picking up all this excess and filling in my little cavities with it. Let's get some more glue. I'm gonna have to find my glitter. Hopefully I'll find it soon. So let's fill those in. If you're not gonna take the little bits out, then you don't have to do this extra step unless you're using it to actually secure the backing. I'm doing this because I popped all of my little bits out, but I still wanted that to be covered up. I wanted to have an extra space to create in. So since I lost a little piece, I had no choice but to do this to this. So we're gonna see how this is gonna work out. These are last minute repairs, basically last minute situations that we're working on right now. All right, so, and like I said, I did want to try to see if I can add some glitter, but hopefully I have to find the glitter. I have to find the glitter first, you guys. So let's see if I get lucky in my department. I have a lot of glitter paints, but I don't know if I have the glitter at least handy or available. Glitter here. So many things, so many things. Let's see, do I have glitter here? Where's my glitter? Where is my glitter? Where's my little container with glitter? Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me see if I find my glitter. Oh, Lord. moving. Alright, so I have glitter here. I'm just looking inside of my looking at the paints that I have. Okay, well I have a clear enamel one. Let's see. But I'm gonna draw fast. So I have glitter here. Oh, when you're looking for something you could never find it. Isn't that how life works? Watch the live stream be over and I find all of them together hanging out. All right, so we're gonna bypass that whole situation because I can't find it. So let me just dry this real quick. That's what happens when you keep moving all your stuff around, which is story of my life. Story of my life with always moving my stuff around and I don't know where the hell I put it. It doesn't matter how many maps I make, I always lose it. So we're just gonna dry this out a little bit. And I'm just gonna focus on the edges. Well, Andrew, you can go actually dry this out for me. Thank you, baby. I'll have her do that part of it while I start painting and coloring the top layer. That way we don't waste too much time with watching me paint. Watching me dry stuff. So we're gonna do that. This is pretty dry now, so we're gonna do that. Put that baby back up there. We're gonna start adding some color. We're gonna start to add some color to this now. I have a few colors here and some sprays, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do. And again, I want this to have kind of like a shabby grunge kind of feel, which tends to be my motif for the most part. So I am gonna start with this red. And my color choices are a little bit odd, so we'll see how that all kind of works out. So I'm gonna do that. Spray that. Put some water. Put this water brush to clean right there. And let's kind of, I'm gonna water this down a little bit. And I'm gonna start kind of adding color everywhere. Let's go with this berry color. And then we'll add some lighter colors to kind of bring that down a little bit. This is a metallic color. It's called berry. So we're going to do that. And we'll just kind of put that here. Okay. Now we're going to go with some island blue. Like I said, my color choices are a little strange today, but let's see what happens. Basically, I'm trying to show you that it doesn't matter how limited your palette is, you can still create. You can still create even with odd color choices. I just basically go into my box with my eyes closed and pick out whatever comes out. Whatever comes out, that's like what I'm working with. Okay, so you wanna do, okay, it's your turn then. Come on, let's go. It's your turn today. we're going to do that. I'm using all of this stuff. And then we're going to spray it with some white. I'm going to do this half, and then I'll do the other half. And I am going to use my braid that can find it. It seems to be that kind of density. And I'm just going to kind of roll that up into it, just to kind of smooth that out a little bit. And we'll add more of the white as we go. Yeah, that's done, girl.
Oh.
Just about. You did good. So we've completely sealed this for the most part. And what's awesome about that chipboard is that once it's dry, if you notice, it'll go right back to being straight. So like even though you add mediums on it, once it gets dry, it goes right back to, I mean, give or take, it's normal, you know, it's normal level. You'll have a little bit of curvature, but nothing too major. And I'm gonna just kind of bring that down. These are the Step After by Aladdin. Let's add a little bit more of this one. This is The Ocean by Dina Wakely. I'm gonna add a little bit more white here. Okay. I don't want to create mud, but I do want it to have this little areas. So let's go ahead and dry this layer, this level first, and then we'll add more. And these are supposed to dry really fast, so hopefully. Right now you can't see much of what's happening, but you will soon. And I'm a person of, you know, I like to add a lot of color into it. I usually add color from corner to corner. And I'm not one for leaving a lot of negative spaces open like that. So I find those to be beautiful, but I can't do it. I try, but I can't. To me, it's like I need something there. It's missing something. Like that's my mind tells me that it's missing something. You can see a little bit better of what's happening now, right? So we're gonna continue to add more layers. And we're also gonna add some metallics to it, and we're gonna see. Now you guys know I can't be without my greens, so we're gonna add some greens around there. And again, I'm gonna spray some white over that green because I don't want it to be too dark. In those areas, but I do want it to kind of travel. Just travel a little bit for me. Let's see. You gotta definitely make sure that you shake these well. This is the Step After, what is it called? Antique Pearl. It took me a while to figure out what the names was. I thought they were all in French and I didn't know what the heck the color was. So I was struggling with that. I was like, oh no. Let's add some pink. Yeah. Like I said. Layers, my friends. Layers. Let's add some more white in there, but I'm going to kind of splash it on. And just let little things happen. I'm also going to splash some alcohol on here because I noticed that there's a very cool effect that happens with these sprays when you add alcohol. So I am going to go ahead and do that. And add some alcohol in there as well. So I'm using 70% alcohol. just gonna kind of sprinkle it over like so. I'm just gonna clap my hands real quick around it. And now we're gonna dry. Okay. And let's have this baby drip down. And she's very saturated right now, so I have to really make sure that I dry her well before I go on to the next step. Okay. After this, we're gonna start adding some metallics and bringing a little bit of brightness into the scene. This is the image that we're gonna be using in the center. I think that's gonna look super nice. I'll bring a little bit more of that blue one there into this now. So we gotta still make it just a little bit brighter. We'll see where that kind of goes. So kind of move that so you guys can really see what the colors are looking like, because I know it's kind of hard to see with that matte. Let's just get some of this out. Just a quick reminder, when you're using the eye zinc inks, this will stain your hands. So wear gloves if you can, or just be very mindful of that when it comes to your choosing colors, okay? All right, so we have our base. Right? And you just basically have to, you know, they're exactly the same, so you just have to kind of level it. Okay, so that's that. You want to cut out that center, you can do that. I'm probably going to leave it in there just to continue to make it look like it's a tag on the outside. What I'm going to do next actually is what? Maybe with some ink. Let me add some metallics real quick. So let's pull the metallics out and see what colors we're going to go for here. Maybe a little bit of the turquoise, right? You can never go wrong with the turquoise. A little bit of the green, because green is associated with the heart chakra. Maybe that's why I love green so much. Maybe a little bit of golds. I don't even know if these are totally constituted or not. I haven't done more. I haven't done more in a while, so we're going to see. So I'm going to put those there. And we're going to work on that and see where we add that. So the green off the gate, I know I'm going to spray this. I haven't reconstituted this one yet. So we're going to have to work on it the old-fashioned way with some water and a little bit of elbow grease. So I'm going to wet this down. We're going to start to pick up a lot of that texture now. And let me put this here. I might go ahead and color those in with some of the metallics. I don't know, because it'll be see-through enough. So I'm just going to go and add them in, just like I did the paint job, kind of, you know, sporadic here, sporadic there, a little bit here, a little bit there. That's kind of how I'm going to do the gold, well, the metallics as well. So we're going to do that. Okay. Now we're going to go in with, and that color is called Lavish Green. Now we're gonna go in with our turquoise, which is brilliant turquoise. And we're gonna add a little bit of this turquoise in there. My turquoise has been reconstituted, so I can still rub my finger on it, no problem. It's been a couple weeks now since we did that, and it's still working really, really nicely. And the reason why we do so many different layers of paints and so on and so forth is because you never know what you're gonna see. You never know what little bits are gonna pop out and what little bits are not. So it's always good to you know, add layers and layers and layers. There's no such thing as too many layers unless your whole picture is, you know, gone away. Then you maybe added one or two more layers too much. But other than that, uh, layers and layers, drawing between layers, always drawing between layers. I give advice. I don't often listen to my own advice, so just remember that. I'm always in a rush, so I don't tend to do all of the necessary steps that I explained to you, but that's the reason why I tell you, so that you guys do it. Just because you don't see me do it. Usually when I'm, you know, creating on my own time, I will do all of those steps and not skip one because I'm not rushed. So this is the gold. Again, this is one of the ones that I constituted. I'm gonna add some gold in here because we always need to add some gold into everything, right? Gold is like my buffer color. It's the kind of color that I use to bring other colors together that tend not to necessarily go together. Um, and it creates a nice little buffer for me. I noticed that when I reconstituted some of these waxes, they got a little bit not grainy, but they do the text, but the consistency kind of feels different, but it still works how it needs to work as far as being able to rub your finger out. It didn't happen to all of them, so I'm assuming that it's probably, you know, how they made them. Like some of them are made certain kind of ways to get certain pigments, others are made differently. But that is something that I kind of did notice from reconstituting them. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add some orange flicker. You guys know I love me some orange, and it's such a bright and fun color. So we're gonna add that because I feel like her outfit is kind of orangey. So we're gonna go ahead and emphasize that orange in her outfit by just kind of adding some of this orange in here. And I'm also gonna go back in and dab some more paint, but I'm gonna do that with my finger just to kind of bring in some of those blues back in here that I'm losing, some of those other colors that I see, maybe some of the berry and some of the other stuff. I love this orange one. It's not quite gold, but it's so vibrant and so pretty. Right? Okay. So I think that's it for that for now. Let me dab a little bit of this paint over here, like I mentioned before. So this is just a little bit of that berry. And I just want to kind of darken some of this up. And again, just like I do with everything else, just kind of haphazardly, you know, placing it in some places. I want to overwhelm it, but I do want this color in there. Again, with that whole mosaic kind of vibe, is kind of what I'm going for. And I'm going to add a little bit more of this back in there, which is the Island Azul or Island Blue. I'm just going to kind of Hello, hello, Zoila. How are you doing, love? Yay, that's awesome. Well, today I'm introducing one of the new tag designs that I created, which is this window shaped tag. It's gonna basically be what it's gonna be under. And this one is the heart chakra. At least that's my representation of it. And we're about done with this. Only got so much I can tap over here. So we're about to do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and dry this up. You guys, if you get the chance, please don't forget to share the videos, share the store link, please. If you've made any purchases, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would tag us. You know, if you would share your pictures or videos, whatever it is that you end up creating. If you want to share it privately with me, that's also perfectly fine. But I would love to see what you guys are creating with them because I've sold quite a bit now. And I would love to see some of the projects that have been done. It's just so inspiring to me personally, like just on a personal note, it's so inspiring to me to see what you guys do with it and how your interpretation and your imagination kind of works. That to me is like awesome sauce. I'm gonna go and splash just a little bit more of this white just to have it there before I do this other part here. I'm just gonna splash a little bit of this. Okay. All right, so let's leave that. Let's slap it. Back girl. Back girl. And that's just to make some of them kind of move around. Back girl. Back girl. There you go. You see, you can relieve your frustration as well. All right, so we have that. And this is what it's going to look like on top of that. I think that's going to look really, really cool. And it's such an interesting and different kind of design, you know? That's what's so cool about it. All right, so now to do this part here, what color should I do this part? Should I do these in like a black maybe? Like a black, right? Let me spray this down with black. Let's spray that down. Yeah, bad girl, bad girl. And maybe some of this blue. I don't know. And these have different reactions. These sprays have a different reaction to each other. If you notice how they separate, I think it's because I made one with alcohol. My black one has alcohol in it, but the the Dana Wakley ones doesn't. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna grab me some paper and see what kind of prints I get. Okay. Let's dry this and mount it. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna see how it looks. Because you guys know this is the grunge part of it, okay? So if you're like, this is the grunge aspect of it. We're gonna blame it on the grunge. This is the grunge right here. No, neither one of them are metallic. The Dina Wakley ones are just gloss spray. So this is just like regular gloss spray. Like the Zen After one, this is more like a metallic-y kind because it's got like that pearlescent color to it. But the Dina Wakley ones is just gloss. Now, if you want, you can make them yourself. Like this is a homemade black ink, you know, black spray. And I did it with alcohol, I see, because it separates the Dina Wakley. Dina Wakley's her inks react, her spray reacts to alcohol in a different kind of way. It creates separation, which is a really cool effect. So yeah. All right. There's a black ink on your dad's desk. Can you give it to me? Shh, you guys. Shh, okay? I'm gonna use that song ink. The black one, yeah, the black shit.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta do it quiet.
That's brown.
No, this
Oh.
one. Okay, that's quiet. So this is the black soot. So I'm just gonna use this now to kind of whoa, that's dark. This is like black soot, but it's gray. Any hoots, any hoots. We're just gonna do this to kind of just darken that up just a little bit more. And we're gonna see how that's gonna look now against that background. Maybe I messed up. Maybe I should have just left the white. Who knows? But if you can't experiment, then what's the point? Art is just one big art experiment to me. And if I can't experiment, then that's no fun. All right, so I know you're probably looking at this like, what did you do? But remember, we're not seeing any of this. We're only seeing the little windows. So let me just dry this real quick, just in case. I wanted to be able to see the text, so I didn't want to use just straight acrylic paint on it. And I used the Mod Podge, so I couldn't use watercolor. So I didn't have really much of a choice. Depending on the medium that you use, you are going to limit your, you know, some of the products that you can use with it. So I don't know if I like it, to be honest with you. I don't know how I like it or not. I don't know. I think it needs to be dark. Darker. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I see that.
It needs to be darker, right? Dang it, dang it, dang it.
They make it pure black.
Pure black. Oh, shoot. Sugar and spice and everything. Nice. I have to go with the black now. The chalk? Is the chalk back in there? All right, all right, all right. I give in. We're gonna have to do this. Do this. We have to. Ah, my words are gone. Ah, oh, le phrase. Le phrase is gone. Le phrase is gone. Oh, le phrase. That's my French English. Le phrase. Phrase is English and le is French. Le phrase. Oh,
That means
Lord.
strawberry in French.
What?
Phrase.
Le strawberry?
No, phrase means
Oh,
strawberry
yeah,
in
it
French.
does. It does. Le phrase, right? Phrase?
I don't know.
It's frase. It's la phrase. It's la frase, right? In Spanish, la frase means the same. It's so confusing. Oh my goodness, so confusing. I'm lost in a sea of words.
Why didn't you use a brush?
Yes, I think it looks cool. I'm getting messy. Yes, getting messy is definitely part of the fun. I don't have a problem with the getting messy part. Girl, please. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is everything else. Is the cleanup. It's that little bottom of the chore list that you gotta add clean desk. That's the problem. Okay. So I don't mind experimenting. That's how, you know, that's how I learn. And my brain captures whatever it wants and throws away the rest. So throws the rest away. See what I said? I said it backwards. My brain right now is focusing on other stuff. It's like, Carmen, I'm picking up techniques. All right, so let's see. I think that's pretty good. Pretty good if I do say so myself. So let's go ahead and get this done. Just. So a little bit of air. A little bit of air will go a long way. Let's blow some hot air on this baby. And I think I'm gonna do one more step to this, which is I'm gonna add glitter paint. the clear, the Galaxy Glitter Paint by Deco Art. I'm gonna pick up maybe some glitter, maybe in the turquoise color. Yeah, baby. Like I said, my brain was busy. That's why I said stuff backwards. I think that's what happened. It gets ambidextrous. That's the word. Ambidextrous. Ambidextrous. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out some Galaxy glitters and we're gonna do something with these windows here. And voila! This I found quick. This one is Aqua Meteor, and it is yum yum, scrumptious, delicious. Scrumdiddlicious, right? Something like that.
Scrumdiddlicious.
So something, something, something of something of something. Okay, found the brush, found the brush. And I'm just gonna put it here in the center so that I can just feed off of it. Look at that yumminess. What? What? So we're just gonna do that and kind of add in all the openings. We don't need to paint everywhere else because none of the other spots are gonna show. So we don't have to waste this yumminess on anything else other than what you're working on. So it's perfectly okay, you guys, when you're creating something and you don't feel quite right about it, it's because it's not right. It's not ready. It's not finished. So don't beat yourself up about it when you feel stuck. That just means there's more fun to have. There's more things to add. If your painting is looking too dark, try adding some light colors. Dry those light colors first and see how that contrast works for you. Then add more as you need, little by little. See, I first started off with the idea of wanting that background, the words to show. That went out the window. That window, that window, and that window. So I tried to spray with some black paint. I didn't like how that looked. So I went in with darker. I'm a little bit more satisfied with that, but I still haven't seen what it looks like with the top layer on. So a little worried at the same time. But hopefully, it'll all work out. We need un poquito más, un poquito más. Let's add that right there. And I love this. I need this in like a 64 ounce. I need this in like the big jar. It's like, all right, we need this in the big jar. Because this is yum yum. Oh, I forgot one. And if I add the glitter in that one spot, it's just going to turn black. So let me dry it. Yes, I totally agree. And I could not be any happier. Well, I could always be happier. We could always be happier, right? But I am very content with life right now. Oh, sugar and spice and everything nice. I made the thing bubble. Whoop, whoop. Made it all bubble. Whoop, whoop. Made it all bubble. All right, let's hide the bubble. Let's hide the bubble. Problem solved. You can no longer see the bubble. So, my goal is always to put you guys in a state of mind where you're so excited because you see me so excited that you want to create. And hopefully you guys feel like that after watching my lives and being a part of my videos and everything that I do. Hopefully you guys feel very much excited and eager to create. All right, so that kind of works for me. This is not the kind of glitter that you want to brush on. This is the kind of glitter that you want to kind of like, you know, dab it in there because it's so chunky that you just kind of want to dab it in. So I could have done it a lot faster if I would have just brushed it on, but I wouldn't have the same coverage than I do now. So one more quick dry and then I'm going to layer, glue, seal. Ta-da! What time is it? 11:34. Oh, I gotta hurry up. I gotta rush it, my friend. I gotta rush it. Yes, it's amazing. The most beautifulest thing, honestly. That is the one part of this community that I do love. It's just how inspirational and, you know, we can be with each other. Ooh, yeah, come to mama. Ooh, yeah, come to mama. Come to mama. No, shh, quiet. I'm busy. All right, so I like that. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. So now that we've got this whole situation figured out, this is gonna be the last thing that I'm gonna do is put that together. I'm gonna start gluing my embellishments, I'm gonna say, on here. And we're gonna figure out what we're gonna use because I do have some trims in here. And I don't know what I'm gonna use. Maybe some of this white one, right? How would she look with some of that white trim? Right? Some of that white trim? Yeah, I think so. Ooh, maybe some of this little green one, maybe? Do I want to put the little green one or the little white one? Do I want to put them both? Because remember, the heart chakra deals isn't green. All the images that I saw of the heart chakra are in green. Or they kind of have this green color kind of emanating from it. I kind of like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that with the green too much? Is that too much to do? I don't know if you guys can see it at all, but I kind of like that, I think. So I think I'm going to do that. We'll see. We'll see. I also have bigger. Okay. Is this like the never-ending trim? Hurry up now. I also have these flowers here. But I think that might be a bit, no, that's too big. I think I like the other one, the nice and frail, nice and dainty. So I'm gonna do that. And for that one, I think what I'm gonna do is basically just kind of glue it on. Right? Glue it on like so. Do I want to hot glue this? I'm debating. I should, right? Oh, I didn't want to turn that on. Maybe not. Yeah, I didn't like the white flower either. I did not like the white flower. So I'm just gonna kind of shellac this glue on here and hope for the best. Right? Let's hope for the best. Maybe I don't need to put it everywhere. Maybe just in the bottom is good. What do you guys think? That way I can move it along. Where's my Caesar? Caesar, where are you? Ba 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 boom, come back. Okay. This is why I messed up all my scissors because I cut everything with them. I also have a big flower that I'm going to add here on the side. I already have it here. I just have to get it out. The one thing I like about the loop-de-loops. The loop-de-loops. They never finish where you want them to finish. This trim, I don't see. Let's see. Try antiquing the white ribbon to blend with the vintage photo. Maybe I'll add a little bit of that blue distress ink that I put it on there once I have it like all glued in place. I don't want to apply too much hot heat to this because I think it's made from recycled plastic, these types of materials, and they will burn. So you gotta be careful how much heat you apply to them or how directly you apply the heat. But I think with just the bottom, it looks good because it's kind of like a presentation almost, as opposed to me doing the whole thing. And if anything, I could probably do the green on the side, maybe. No, no, the green go down. Go down here, the green. So let's put the green down. Right here, 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 and right here. So we're gonna do it that way. Now we're gonna add this really pretty, very dainty green trim. I kind of like it like that though, Zoila, without the antiquing, the white ribbon, because I think that, well, the white trim actually, not ribbon, because I think it actually brings some brightness to the contrast of everything. I have so many colors going on, and everything's like so mixed together. I think it actually helps to have just that white solid color there with nothing else on it. Stay, my friend, stay right here. Right there, right there. Stay, please stay. This is supposed to be heavy. Heavy, heavy. And it's not heavy at all. Okay, so we've got that. I'm gonna have to fix that. I might have to turn on my glue gun, which I didn't want to do, but I think I'm gonna have to do. Do I even know what my glue gun is? Lord help me. Oh my goodness. But I have this really pretty flower that I want to add like right there. I could have added some green trim, but I'm gonna leave that. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it with that one flower. I think that one flower is more than enough. This little green trim right here is really getting on my nerves. Honestly, because it's not trying to stick. Let me put this to the side. I'm gonna put it there and I'll stick it back on now. Let's go ahead and get this baby done. Where's my glue gun? I don't know where my glue gun is. Where my glue gun is? Where my glue gun? I gotta find it. I gotta glue those two things together. Like I only thought about half of the time. Why am I so disorganized today? What the fashizi is going on? Where did I put you? Oh, glue gun. Where are you? I need to stop moving my stuff around. I need to stop moving my stuff around, you guys. I'm not finding nothing. I'm not finding nothing. Oh, yes?
Yeah, she's literally right up to the door.
What other is? Like, where are you? I need you. Come back. Come back. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. There we go. Got it, got it. I got it, got it. I got the glue gun. Now I'll be able to glue that green thing down. And I'll be able to glue that other thing down. And I like it. And I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, I'm waiting for that. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm thinking I'm going to use these little things. These are all from Mona Migabi. I'm sure you can find this kind of stuff just about everywhere. So maybe a sprig or two. A sprig or two, right? I don't know if I want 3 of them in there. Well, maybe I'll put one. Like that. Oh, Lord. Maybe something like that. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So I'm going to put this, bend this down, bend this down, bend this down. And then this is going to be something like that. With my beautiful girl right here. And my beautiful quote right here. And I'm glad I did this first because this needs to be put under. She needs to go under. Under, over, under. All right, so let me glue this to this part here where I'm still kind of focused. My glue gun on, yes it is. Let's put this baby down. Let's put that 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 baby down. Baby down, baby down. Let's put that baby down. All right, here we go. So we're gonna put this like this. Right. And what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna like cheat you real quick. Oh, that's my daughter, Angie. You might remember Angie from when she was little and she used to put her hands in my videos. It's been a while since then. She draws. She's a digital artist. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna do this so that I can place it properly and then glue it down properly. I need to be sure that it fits properly in here. So that's just what I'm gonna do to do that, to secure her in place. Once she's all glued in, you don't have to worry about these little bits of washi tape. Oh my goodness, 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 oh my goodness. Love it, love it, love it. And she has like a little package in her hand, which I think is like the most beautifulest thing when it comes to interpreting things to do with feelings, because you have this little package of feelings that you're trying to give out, right? You have this love to give, this love to receive. So she's got this little package in her hand. I think that just goes perfectly with the theme. And she's following her heart because she got to give it to the right person. So that's where the listen to your heart comes in, so you don't end up giving your little package away. You got to save the package. We used to have those conversations about packages with our mom when we was younger, especially the girls. Without getting into too much detail. Comment that your daughter, yes, she does. They don't say that to me. Angie's doing her thing. Yeah, she is. Because I know my grandmother, que Dios me la tenga en su gloria, will always talk about the little package. Let me tell you. I'm so awkward, right? So all over the place. It's all right, you guys. It's all right. It's all right. We only live once, right? We only live once. All right. So I see that my glue gun is finally spitting out some glue. Oh no! Now you want to get stuck? No, flowers. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this baby down. Let's put this baby down, baby down, baby down. Gotta put that baby down. So I'm gonna just try to do that. I'm gonna stand it up so that I can hopefully center it properly, align everything. And I might have messed up and used one side for one and used the other side for the other, but it's okay. You can just trim off that little bit if that's something that you have excess. I must have flipped them, and so I ended up doing the bits in different ways. And since these are hand drawn, they're not necessarily identical. But it's okay. You won't really see it too much. Here I'm gonna go ahead and add my little green trim, right? Somewhere around there, right here, right here, right here, right here. We're gonna add that green trim right there. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'll fill in the rest of the spaces, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much right now. You guys know how I am. I just like to get the premise of the project done. And I'll feel like I did my job. Baby down, baby down. Gotta put that baby down, baby down. Let me know how many of you guys start saying that song all day. Baby down, baby down. Let me see how much I can impact you. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our little sprigs up in here. We're going to go ahead and do this like so. And we're going to add this in there. And we're going to lay this out. Yes, sir. We're going to do it just like that. Just like that. We're going to lay it right there. Right there, right there, right there. And then we're going to lay this beautiful little flower right there, right there, right there. And she will be done once I can hold her in place. And maybe the sprigs are a little bit heavy, but oh wow. Oh wow. It all works. It all works. It all works. It all works. And for this here in the center, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I will still use it as a tag and hang it So I'm probably gonna cut this little opening out and remove it completely. I forgot to add the glitter in there anyway, so it won't even matter. I'll do that, and I think the only thing that I have left to do, literally, is just decoupage this. And what time is it? 11:50. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My projects always take so long to do, but that's because I have so much fun doing it that I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop, you guys. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. Oh, I have some little things that I want to add up in here. Oh, yes, I do. I'm going to see if I find them real quick and see if I can add them in there. See if it'll even work with it. It might not. I don't know. I just had the idea of adding like little charms here and there. So I'm going to pull out my little container of charms and see what I could find. And I think the sentiment is perfecto mundo for this. Follow your heart, okay? Follow your heart. Because if you don't, who's gonna? Okay, here we go. Let's see what I find. Let's see. Maybe little wings. Right? Maybe a little handmade with love somewhere. Where? Maybe right there. A little handmade with love. Time to drop the grenade on them. No, I'm just playing. I'll put that in there. It'll match, okay? It doesn't match. Girl, I always overdo it. I don't think it's done if I don't overdo it. It's like for some reason, it's like you're missing something. Let's see. And I didn't even add any silver, but I think it looks kind of cute. It's got like these little things here and there. And if you're wondering where all these things came from, these are just charms that I buy on AliExpress and eBay. You guys can do the same. They're super inexpensive. And you get a nice variety, a nice assortment. And I've just done that over the years and collected. And then I store them in this kind of container. I have another one over there somewhere as well. Let me see the other one. I think it's over here. Maybe I have gold in there. I separated them between the silver and the gold for the most part. Ooh, I like that. Let me get out my own light. Is that woven? Check behind the card. The cardboard. Is there anything in here that I can juice? Nah. I think I like the silver. I like the contrast of the silver on the colors. So I'm gonna leave it with that. And I'm just gonna add a few, I think. Right? A little dragonflies here and there. I think that'll work for me. Thank you, Ada. Yes, please do. Yes, she has, Zoila. Yes, she has. She got her mama face. Hello. I'll just play. But she do got a face, though, with her father's eyebrows. Who? You. She said, who? Okay, let's see. All right, maybe one more, and then we can call it an evening. Ooh, be free. Right? Listen to your heart. Be free. Can I stick that under there? Will it let me? Maybe I can stick it under there. Maybe that's what she has in her hands. Freedom. So I think that's it then. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. No locks. No locks on this part. This part got no locks. Thank you. Let me get the Leaning Tower of Pisa out of the way. And we're gonna glue these little silver bits on here, and then we'll be done with this project. And I think it came out stunning. If you purchase any of my shaped tags, please tag me. Like I said, I would love, love, love to see it. Either here, there, wherever. Just let me know. I'll show up. I'm just gonna go ahead and add these little bits. I will be adding I'll be adding pictures of how this all turned out on my social media in a little bit. Let's go ahead and this one, I think this came out super, super nice. And as you guys can see, you have a lot of area. Even though it looks hollowed out and all of that, you have a lot of area where you can add so many things. Can you imagine like adding beadings or like sea beads or just all kinds of different stuff over here? Like you can fill all those little spaces up with anything. Like honestly, you guys can do so many things. You can turn this into so many different ways. Thank you, Angie, for helping me, baby. Appreciate you having me here. And the little heart that says made with love, because everything I do is always made with love because I love what I do. And I'm just going to stick that right under there. Okay, little flower, stay. Stay, little flower. Nadie te invitó para la fiesta. Nobody told you to get up. Okay. So, you guys, my project is finito. As finito as it's going to be here. This is the heart chakra. Your interpretation, however you want to do it. I am going to go over her Mod Podge her. I'm also going to glitterize her wings. And maybe glitterize the bag with like paint, but that takes me a little bit of time because I have to go in there with a detail brush and kind of do all that. So I'll do that off camera and I'll share that with that being done already. But I think she came out absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You can add any kind of picture. You can add your child's picture, your husband's picture, your mother's picture, your brother's picture, whoever's picture, the neighbor's picture, the mailman's picture, whoever's picture you want to put in here, you can put in. And how cool will that look across your wall with all different pictures in the center, all decorated differently? I think that will make really, really nice decor for your room or for any room, for any place. All right, you guys. I forgot these. I forgot those. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you all so much for being here. As always, it is so greatly, greatly appreciated. Stay tuned for the next time that I'll go live. I'm not sure when that'll be. I put that one in the wrong spot, but it's okay. I'll just put this one in the top and alternate it that way. Maybe she didn't want to be there. Listen to your heart, my friends. Listen to your heart, because if you don't, who's gonna? Okay? This is the time to try to achieve your dreams, because as you can see, time's running fast and we don't know how much time we got. So let's make it happen. Let's make it today. Be safe, be smart, be happy, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.